Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Locrine and we're going to get to hear from Locrine today in Act 4, Scene 2. So Act 3 we had all of these battles and Hubba and Sagar were stricken down by Corineus and the ghost of Albonact, taunted Humber at this, and Humber's like, no, I'm going to win this. I'm going to get my vengeance, blah, 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 blah. So we ended Act 3 with lots of I want vengeance for this, I want vengeance for this, and you can tell that no good is going to come of that. But yesterday in Act 4, Scene 1, Ate told us that Act 4 is going to be about Locrine falling in love with Estrald instead of Gwendolen, who he's supposed to be in love with. So now we get to see that sort of unfold, beginning with Locrine coming in. They're in the northern section of Troyven, and so they're on their home turf, basically, and Locrine and Camber and Thrasymachus and that whole crew come in with a bunch of soldiers, and Locrine says, "Thus from the fury of Bellona's broils, with sound of drum and trumpet's melody, the Briton king returns triumphantly. The Scythians, slain with great occasion, do equalize the grass in multitude, and with their blood have stained the streaming brooks, offering their bodies and their dearest blood as sacrifice to Albonactus' ghost. Now, cursed Humber, hast thou paid thy due for thy deceits and crafty treacheries, for all thy guiles and damned stratagems, with loss of life and ever-during shame. Where are thy horses, trapped with burnished gold, thy trampling coursiers ruled with foaming bits? Where are thy soldiers, strong and numberless, thy valiant captains and thy noble peers? Even as the country clowns with sharpest scythes do mow the withering grass from off the earth, or as the plowman with his piercing share renteth the bowels of the fertile fields and rippeth up the roots with razor's ken, so Locrine with his mighty curtal axe hath cropped off the heads of all thy Huns. So Locrine's peers have daunted all thy peers, and drove thine host unto confusion, that thou mayest suffer penance for thy fault, and die for murdering valiant Albonact." So he's happy that he won. It's a very long celebratory monologue about the fact that he won. He's returning home. Locrine and his troops are returning home, having killed lots and lots of Scythians. They won the battle. The battlefields are stained with Scythian blood. And he's like, "Ha-ha, Humber, now you're getting your comeuppance for having killed Albonact. The fact that all of your people are now dead is the sacrifice, is the price that you have to pay for having murdered Albonact." And there's a little section in the middle where it's like he's taunting Humber, even though Humber's not there. He's like, "So where's all your soldiers? Where's all your fancy horses with the gold on them and everything? Where your people at?" And he's like, no. We mowed you all down. We chopped you all down. We killed all of your senior leadership. You're done. You're done. You are driven away. Your entire army is dispelled. And this is what you get for having murdered Albonact. And Corineus jumps in after this and he's like, "Yeah, and we're going to do the same to anybody else that comes to try to attack." He's like, "If people come from Egypt or they come from the Amazon, doesn't matter where they come from. We're going to give them the same sort of punishment because yay us." And Locrine is like, "Actually, yes, yay us. We will beat down any beastly race that comes and tries to invade our territory." And then he's like, "Oh, whoops. What's this that's happening over here? Somebody's being brought in." And the person that's being brought in is Estrald. She has been taken captive. So she's being walked in by a couple of guards, and she's not coming in quietly, nor is she happy about her situation. So we will get to hear about that tomorrow in her monologue. I'll see you then. Mwah.